O Great Spirit, Namaste. Saints and sages of all times, of all places, Namaste. O ye pathmakers of old, Namaste. Ancestors, ancestors of all of the lineages to whom we attune, Namaste. May we learn from thy wisdom. May we learn from thy errors. Namaste. Most beloved and precious Ishtadevata, our chosen form of the divine, in all of thy names and all of thy forms, as you manifest for each of us. Namaste. Om Shri Babaji Yanamaha, Om Shri Lahiri Mahasayaji Yanamaha, Om Shri Yukteswarji Yanamaha, Om Shri Paramahansa Yoganandaji Yanamaha, Om Shri Shaliji Yanamaha, Om Shri Goswami Kriyanandaji Yanamaha. Most beloved Gurus of the Holy Kriya lineage, sweep clear our path that we might find that which we seek. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May our time together be blessed. May we hear that which needs to be heard. May we know that which needs to be known. May we bless with our presence. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste ji. Welcome. Welcome to my heart, and welcome to our Sunday Sangha. Hold on a minute, please. There we go. Once upon a yogi time, in the ever-present now, there was a village, and in the village lived a monk, well respected by everyone. He was considered the wise one of the village. Many, many people came to him for advice. There also lived a young woman with her mother and father. And one day, she became pregnant. Months went by and nobody noticed that she was pregnant. Nobody knew who the father was. But one day, it became very evident. And the child was born. And mom and dad kept saying to her, "Who is the father? Who is the father? You must tell us who the father is." She gave in to the pressure. And she said, "It's the monk." Dad grabs the baby. Mom runs after dad. They leave the house, running through the village. "It's the monk. It's the monk. He got our daughter pregnant. It's the monk." Pounding on the door of his little hut, they go. The monk opens the door. Father says, "You son of a gun. You got our daughter pregnant. Here, the baby is yours." "Is that so?" Takes the baby. They leave grumbling and angry and go around the whole village blaming the monk, blaming the monk, blaming the monk. The monk has to take care of the baby. Goes to the store, as it was, if you will, to get milk for the child. And people who had always respected him, always, "Namaste, I'm so happy to see you. Would you give me your blessing?" All of a sudden, these people are throwing stones at him. They're calling him names. They're calling him a hypocrite. Is that so? Oh, and it goes on and on and on. And from the beginning of the day until the end of the day, everywhere he went to take care of the child, people were cruel and mean. This went on for several days. And at the end of the week, the girl couldn't stand it anymore. She saw how all the villagers were cruel to the monk. Her father and mother were just very angry. They didn't let go of their anger. Nobody rejoiced in the baby. All they were doing was being angry at the monk. She finally says, enough. Breakfast time comes and she goes to Mama and Papa and says, I lied. I knew you were going to be so angry with me. I thought if I told you it was the monk, you would be less angry. What do you mean? The baby's father's not the monk? He didn't force you into having sex with him? What are you talking about, daughter? No, it's not the monk. Well then, who is it? She gestures at the door, and the baker's son comes in. And she says, I'm in love with the baker's son, and we want to get married. But I know you didn't like the baker, and I thought you wouldn't let me get married to his son. And so I didn't want to tell you. So I told you it was the monk, because I thought you wouldn't be as angry with me, and you would blame him. And you did. It worked. You did. You mean this whole week I have gone around throwing stones, calling names, telling everybody in the village bad things about this holy man because of you? Not really because of me, Papa. Because you didn't question me. Because you thought that in spite of all the good that the monk has done, that he did this one bad thing. Oh, the father was very embarrassed and sad. The mother was very embarrassed and sad. The father said, well, we have no choice. We must go get the baby, and you must marry the baker's son like you wanted in the first place. Why didn't you just tell me, daughter? Oh, because I knew you'd get angry, like you did with the monk. Off they go. The monk opens the door, holding the baby. Yes, may I help you? He'd gotten very good at holding the baby in a few days. How may I help you? I'm so sorry, sir. The baby is not yours. You did not hurt our daughter. Our daughter is in love with this young man and wanted to get married. And she became pregnant. The baby is theirs. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Is that so? Here, let me give you the other things I've bought for the baby also. The father leaves, has to go through the village, telling everybody he was wrong. The mother, the same. The daughter, the same. Secretly, the daughter was very happy. It worked out the way she wanted it to. She lied. She couldn't live with her lie. But it was about a monk. Who would believe her when she said the monk had gotten her pregnant? Who would believe her? She thought. We see who believed. Everyone. Everyone. Everyone believed. And that she could not live with. But the monk did that which we must do if we want to cultivate our intuition. The very first thing to vivify your intuition, to strengthen your intuition, to move beyond the world of blame, the world of dualities, is one must become detached. They accused him of impregnating this girl. They said this baby was his. He didn't argue. He didn't fight. He didn't object. He said, "Is that so?" He took the baby. All the people who had bowed to him and respected him and come for his counsel turned upon him. They called him names, threw rocks at him. They were horrible. And through all of that, he said, "Is that so?" All these things are saying, "Is that so?" And he went along and did his duty. For that period of time, his dharma, his duty, was to care for this child who had ended up in his care for a while. And thus he did. And when the time ended, and the people came back all apologetic, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." He said, "Is that so? Is that so?" We must cultivate within ourselves, then, the capacity to let go of our attachment to our preferences. Where there is fame, there's disrepute. Where there is love, there's hatred. Where there is praise, there's blame. We live in a world of dualities. We must become detached. The path of Kriya says detachment is the first step. Detachment is the first step along that road to finding the skill of intuition. You want intuition. Intuition says to you, I should pay attention to those dreams. I should pay attention to the thoughts that are rising in my mind. I should pay attention to the obstacles that appear to be arising. Take those obstacles into your dreams. Quiet the mind. Take them into your meditation. Quiet the mind so that you might see clearly that which needs to be seen, that you might let go of that which needs to be let go of. And what needs to be let go of is the duality. Your subtle anatomy, your astral body has currents, if you will. Electrical currents is the simplest way to put it. But there are three main channels: the Ida, the Pingala, and the Sushumanic channel. And the Ida and the Pingala cross and go back and forth like a caduceus. And there are little knots along the way. These are at each chakric level. You've experienced them. But what is important about them? What's important is one set of energies throws you into cold, sterile logic. Cold, sterile logic. No intuition at all. The other set throws you into a high degree of emotionality. No logic. Neither is good. And yet these are the states of consciousness that many of us walk around with. And the people in the village, it was all a high degree of emotionality. There was not even an inkling of going, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that the monk would be the one to have done this. Look at the way he's lived all these years. They weren't able to take any of the facts that they knew, any of the history that they knew about him, and say, I don't think it could be that person. But instead they said, oh yes, and all the mind went to the emotions. It doesn't matter if it's a monk or if it's your neighbor or if it's your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or your boss. This happens. The mind goes all over. It's like a monkey in a cage, locked up in a circus on one of those circular rotating things. So what is to be done? Detachment is the first step in saying, I need to let go of the gluiness of the emotionality of the mind and the gluiness of the cold, sterile logic. Now, some of you are scientists. I know this. And there is a world for jnani yogis, those whose minds are drawn to logic, those whose minds are drawn to wisdom. We would say in Kriya, move beyond the logic, move to wisdom, so that you can bring the logic and the emotion into a state of balance and thus ascend, not down here, but up here, so that you can find the intuition flowing into your life. Many times we begin experiences in life and we don't understand why. We think that we're doing something and it's going to result in X. I'm going down this road, it's going to result in X. And then the rug gets pulled out and it doesn't result in X. And we have to go back to the Bhagavad Gita. I am entitled to work, but I'm not entitled to the fruits of my labor. Now, the fruits of the labor may come to you. The fruits of the labor will come to you. But the teachings say I am entitled to do the Dharma, to live the Dharma without expectation of what I'm going to get from them. Not always easy to do with detachment, really. Many decades ago, when I worked in a corporate world, one of the things that I did as part of the work was I was responsible for the team I worked with. The team that I led was responsible for global branding. That means you create an image for people, for companies, really. And so the large corporation had bought a company, and my team was charged with rebranding the company. So we spent 9 months, coming up with a new name, coming up with new colors, new logo. Everything was done. Beautiful. Really, it was beautiful. It was a really pretty design. Oh, the colors were great. The name was Consera. Every color you would want. It was just lovely. And all the new collateral was designed, and it was rolled out to the president of that company and the corporate president and the salespeople and the marketing people. And it was out for about 3 weeks. And the corporate people decided that they were going to close that company and roll it into another company. Not just it was going to completely lose its corporate identity. It was just going to become a division without a name that was the same as the other one was. Now, that is fascinating to me. It was absolutely fascinating. We did all this work and it was done. It never went anywhere outside. All right. It didn't get rolled out to the clients. It didn't go anywhere. And it was at first very discouraging. And I thought, what a waste. And yet I look back on it and I think, that was fun. It was so much work. But the creative process was really fun. I really enjoyed it. Maybe what it was about was the joy that we all got from doing the work together. I don't know. I still think it's fascinating that all this work and time and effort and creativity that went into it. And then kaputs, it's all gone. I could tell you 100 stories like that in my life, and I'm sure you have it in your life, where you've put your energy and energy and energy into something, and then it dissipates. Detachment, cultivating detachment is what gets us through those times. Saying, wow, isn't this interesting, karma? What is this about? What lesson is there for me to learn? How do I let go of my wounded ego? How do I let go of the anger of my mind? How do I let go of the emotionality? How do I let go of the hurt? What do I do to let go of this so I am not living with it? This is the question, my beloved, in everything, every disappointment that we have in life. And, your life is pretty good. You're walking along, your life is pretty good. But I know for all of you, yes, for me, there's bumps. There's bumps in the road and there's disappointments. We don't get what we want at the time that we want it in the way that we think it's going to come. And we struggle and struggle and struggle. But the truth is, in time, you will have everything you want. Absolutely everything. Without a doubt. You want to find a spiritual path? You will find your spiritual path. You will. I searched for mine for a long time. I would say probably 12, 13 years. From the time I was quite young, I searched and searched and searched. You search. But in time, you will find that which you're seeking. There is in Kriya the law of karma, not the law of retribution. The law of karma is a law of cause and effect. That which you think, that which you speak, that which you pour your life energy into will manifest. You want to find a path that is fruitful for you. You will. You will find that. You just have to keep seeking. And the path of Kriya Yoga is open to anyone. I know, that's the wonderful thing about Kriya. It doesn't matter what you believe, because Kriya Yoga is not anything at all about what you believe. It's about your primary experiences, what you experience, how you use the practices, how they unfold for you in your life, so that you gain the skills to become happier, to become more content, to become more peaceful, to become less angry. You remember the story of the fella? There was a fella who came to Pranananda and I'm so angry. I'm so angry. My anger just takes over. It takes over. It takes over. Really? Show me the anger. I'm really interested. I want to see this anger. Well, no, I can't show you now. And the fellow goes on and on. I'm so angry, I'm so angry, this anger just comes and takes over my life. Let me see it. Let me see it. It's not here now, Pranananda. It's not here now. Oh, then did it really take over your life? We have these ideas. You don't need to be angry. There's methods to learn to let go of your anger. The first one is the famous duct tape ritual. And this is when you see in your mind, by observing your consciousness, you take a part of your everyday mind and you elevate it. So it is higher. It is a higher consciousness. And you place it 18 inches or so above your head. You're placing it outside of the chakra system. And you observe. That consciousness simply observes. It's all it does. No judgment, no critique, no blame, nothing but recording and observing. The only thing that it can even say is, isn't that interesting? Oh, isn't that interesting? And it does. But you take this part of your consciousness and you begin to watch the flow of the thoughts that rise in your mind. And you see how they are related. All thoughts come in groupets. They do not come singularly. They come with friends. And you will be shocked when you begin to observe. You will be shocked in your consciousness, the groupets that come forth, because they are not the same as mine. They are not the same as your wives. They are not the same as your friends or your bosses. They're yours. And they gather together in a unique fashion for your personality and your life experiences. So you see, oh, I can see now. Yes, so-and-so walked into the room. And I really don't like that personality. I really don't like that personality. That person's a son of a gun. And your mind goes, But observing, you say, I really don't know the person. What don't I like? What doesn't my personality like? Oh. Maybe I should say, neti, neti, neti. I'm not the thought thinking this thought. I'm not the thought. I'm not the thought thinking this thought. I'm not thought. Maybe that's what I should do. Or, as Kriyananda taught me many years ago, very effective, the duct tape ritual. Very effective. Very effective. You visualize duct tape. I had a period of time in my life, it was back in the 80s, and I had a really difficult aspect for about 12 months. And Kriyananda said, look, if you want to stay married, you've got to do this ritual. Otherwise, you're really going to screw something up. And in top of that, you're going to lose your job too if you don't do something here. None of this has to happen, but you must do a Kriya. You have to keep your mouth shut, Swamiji. He didn't say Swamiji, he said disciple. I wasn't ordaining. You have to keep your mouth shut. Oh yes. He says no. Visualize duct tape over your mouth. And every time you want to say something, every time you feel the impulse to say something, you say neti, 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 and the duct tape is there. And you then back up so that you calm the thought and you're not radiating the anger out. 100% guarantee if you do the practice it works. I guarantee you it works. But it must be practiced. You have to gain the skill. You gain it by seeing the thoughts that are rising in your mind. Now, before you become angry, it's not you, excuse me, before your mind becomes angry, there are hints. Sometimes your body will become irritated. Just a little, I don't feel good. Sometimes you'll smell a scent and you'll feel getting a headache or just an irritation. Or you'll see something and you can feel this irritation in your mind. Or you'll hear a sound. Oftentimes it can be the sound of someone's voice in a particular pitch. This is very important. Become aware of what pitches irritate you. Irritate your mind, not you, your mind. Forgive me for misspeaking. Become aware by observing. I can go into a public place and there's a certain pitch that is made in a woman's voice that as soon as I hear it, my whole body becomes irritated. But I know, and I can immediately, here it is. Neti, neti, neti. I need to do something besides neti, neti, neti. Do I need to leave? Do I need to offer them loving kindness in my mind? What do I need to do? Do I need to mentally bow to them? Something that will stop the irritation in my being so I do not explode. It's not their problem that they have that voice. It's not. It's my need. I need to do something to soften, to soften, to soften, to soften in order to live in greater harmony. So what have I given you? What have I said? I've said the first thing, detachment. Detach. Not cold indifference. Never cold indifference. Detach. If it's not your business, don't become upset about it. Very simple. If it's not your business, don't become upset about it. If it is your responsibility, don't become upset about it. Do something from a balanced state. Don't react emotionally. Take a part of your consciousness and observe your thoughts. Observe those things around you that are occurring. This first begins by, you can really first do this, if you wish to, by sitting in meditation and watch the thoughts that rise in the mind. Perhaps we'll do that in a little bit. And you just watch them, and you watch where they go. Back it up, back it up, back it up. When you finish, back it up, back it up. Oh, isn't that interesting? I saw this and it took me to all these places. So you start your meditation and you're in Norway and you end up in Ireland or South America. Somehow you end up in the South Pole or you end up 30 years ago. You need to see the nature of your mind. And observing like this will help you to unlock those groupits. Thus, you can say, oh, this one group, this one thought is going to lead me to. And where's it going to lead? To some place that's beneficial or helpful or someplace that's not. That's the first thing. The second method for using that observer practice is to link it to something. And one of the simplest things is drinking. Preferably good spring water or tea, something non-stimulating. Every time you take a sip of water, yes, let me turn my attention to this higher self. What am I observing? If you do this consistently for 49 days, it will become natural to you. so that you will have that awareness going on constantly, sometimes more than you wish it will be going on, but it will be very, very helpful to you because you are looking from your higher self. You are watching what is happening in your mind, what is happening in your environment, and you are watching your reaction to that. Become detached. You see something that upsets you, upsets your mind, your emotional mind. Use the neti, 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 neti. Nothing good can come from reacting out of emotionality. Bring the mind back to balance again and again and again and again. You have disappointment in your life. Something's happening that you don't like. Neti, neti, neti. Have the attitude, whatever I want, I really want it, I can accomplish it in time. In time. My husband is a pianist, as many of you know, and it's one of the things he does, but he has been working on the Beethoven Pathetique for 18 months now. He's finally finishing up the second movement. And every day, again and again and again and again and again, every single day, practice, 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 practice. And it's not to say that he's not discouraged, because it can be discouraging, but it is an example of the things of doing. Meditate, 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 meditate. You get bored, meditate. You get excited, calm the mind and meditate. You become angry, let go of the anger, meditate. You're searching for your own path, meditate. You're looking for a teacher, meditate. Those of you looking for a teacher and looking for your path, I tell you, you will find that which you're seeking. Just ask. Just ask. Turn inward and ask. All of us have had to ask. All of us who sought a teacher, who were looking for a path, we had to search. Every once in a while you find someone who's had the good karma to be born into a family where they knew their teacher from the time that they were born. That's a good piece of karma. But most of us have had to walk around a bit to find the teacher. Kriyananda had to write a letter to find his teacher and then take a bus from Chicago up to northern Minnesota. And he got there on a day where there was one man who could take him in a truck. And there was a storm, a snowstorm, and the roads were closing off, and they came to a bridge. And the man said, I don't think we can get across. And they were very close to Shelley G's house. And Kriyananda just prayed and prayed and asked the man, please, please, I really need to get here. I'll walk if I need to. And I said, oh, no, we'll try it. We'll try it. And they made it. They made it through. But it was a long haul for him to get there. For me, it was a winding road. What will it be for you? You will find that which you need. Perhaps the path of Kriya Yoga is a path for you. Stop along the way. Use the methods that are here if they are beneficial to you. It's a path of mysticism. It's a path that says, don't listen to what she says. Listen to what she teaches you with the methods, and then try them, apply them. And if they work for you, then you know, at least these methods work for me. And if the path as a whole isn't for you, it's all right. You're accepted. You're accepted for as long as you're here, as long as the methods work for you. If you get bored, keep doing the practice and then see what happens. Now, I think I would like to lead you in a meditation today. And we will conclude the meditation with prayer. In Kriya, prayer is the bringing of our concentrated energies together. Prayer is not begging. It's not saying, please God, gimme, gimme, gimme. It is bringing all of those energies to a point, a single point, and radiating your energies out, radiating our energies out as a group in light. Now, when someone asks for prayer, you have to really discern, what are you praying for? Are you praying for yourself because you feel bad about the situation they're in? Are you praying for them, their mother, their father, their family, whoever? Oftentimes the wisest is to call upon the divine ones. You can call upon them always to take the prayers that we're sending, the blessings and the energies, and direct them in the way that they are most needed. That the energy will go in the place that it is most needed, in the way that it is most needed. For we do not know. We cannot see, most of us, far enough into the future to know what is needed for another. But I would ask that you stay and join me in offering prayers today as they are most needed. Namaste. Let us meditate. Sitting with your spine erect, place your hands in the Om Mudra, the index finger and the thumb together, facing upward upon your thighs with the other three fingers pointed towards your spinal column. Just in a cup, if you will. Turn your head to the left with a double exhalation. The resurrection breath, bringing your head back to the center and beginning to watch the breath. Move that energy. Draw the energy in using the sipping breath, sipping as through a straw. Inhale, moving the energy from the limbs to the trunk. Inhaling again from the trunk to the spinal column. And again from the base of the spine to the sun center. Move that energy out as a golden ball of light in front of you. Expand that light. And sweep around to the left, encasing your entire being in golden light. And do this 2 more times. And now ascend upward. Focusing at your sun center, ascend above the building, above the continent, above the earth plane. Ascend to the high place. Ascend. Reaching the grove of meditators, you see in front of you a path leading up a mountain. Enter the path. Ascend the mountain. Ascend. Ascend through the forest. The path opens in front of you into a meadow. Brilliant colors. Flowers, crystals, birds, butterflies. Ascend, breathing in the light. Path returns to the high forest, all firs and pines. Ascend. You are halfway up the mountain. A brilliant light shines in the clearing. You see a shrine, perfect for you. Enter into the shrine. Breathe in the light. Walk to the back of the shrine. A pool of light, a waterfall of light. Enter the pool. All the old dissolves away. Your old shoes dissolve away. Your old clothing. Walk to the waterfall. The golden dewdrops pour down upon your crown center, flowing over you and through you. The healing light. Breathe in all of the colors you wish. Te Be Tsu De Baya. Te Be Tsu De Baya. Te Be Tsu De Baya. of the karmas dissolve away. The hurt, the anger, the emotionality, the constraints, the difficulties dissolve away. Leaving light, vitality, wisdom, compassion. Walk forth from the light, filled anew. Feel yourself invigorated as you walk through the pool of light, breathing in the healing colors of light, perfect for you. Leaving the shrine, knowing you can return here again and again and again. Return to the high place of meditation. In front of you is a flame of Kriya, the flame of light. As we gather in a sangha, a circle, focus your attention at the sun center, the point between your eyes, your Agya chakra. We will use the Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi mantra. Om, the sound of life breathing. Shanti Shanti Shantihi, the peace beyond all understanding. For each prayer, we will respond with the Om Shanti mantra. Do this silently or aloud as you prefer. See the golden light radiate forth from your sun center towards those in need. O ye powers that be, join with us as we send forth our meditative energies, as we send forth our prayers. First to Mother Gaia, the earth upon which we live. May we send our blessings and our deepest gratitude that she have all that she needs to heal, to be strong, to give us a home. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of our ancestors, that their lives be blessed, that we send forth our gratitude for all that we have gained through this incarnation that we have upon Mother Earth. May our ancestors be blessed. May we gain from their wisdom. May we learn from their errors that we do not repeat these. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O ye powers that be, there are those whom we need to forgive. There are those whom we live in disagreement with. May we send forth at this time our blessings unto them, that there be harmony between us, that there be peace between us. It matters not if I was right or they were right. May there be harmony and peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those who are living with water insecurity, with food insecurity, with medical care insecurity, with financial insecurity, with housing insecurity, with health insecurity. We call upon thee to send forth thy blessings along with us, that all that is needed may be given unto them. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For those souls who are living with illness of body, may they be healed as they wish, as they need. May they have the courage that they need, the strength that they need. May they be encouraged. May their sadness be lifted, particularly for Ed, for Jenna, for Diane. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O ye powers that be, pour forth thy blessings upon all of those souls living with hardened hearts. May their hearts be softened. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of the beings upon Mother Earth, the trees, the birds, the butterflies, the bees, the mountains, the whales, the fish, the turtles, the eagles, the birds, the ants, the spiders, the bees, the frogs, for all of the beings named and unnamed. See them in your mind's eye, all those others whom we share the earth with. May our presence become a blessing to them. May they be blessed with all that they need. The whales, the dolphins, the penguins, the starfish, the jellyfish, so many there are. May they be blessed. Om Shanti. 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 For all of those who are transitioning from the earth at this time, may their way be smoothed. May they remember their good deeds. May their helpers be blessed. May they remember their goodness. Om Shanti. 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 For all of those who are coming to the earth plane at this time, and for their helpers, may their transition to the earth be blessed. May they bring with them the memories of their goodness, their skills from the past. May their incarnation be blessed. Om Shanti. 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 May you feel the golden dewdrops of Anandic bliss pouring down upon your crown center at this moment. May you be blessed. May you be blessed. May you be blessed. Ananda. 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 Da. Da. May you sup upon the beauty of life. May the blessings of the dewdrops of Ananda fill every cell of your being. May the way become clear for you. May the veil be lifted. Om Shanti. 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 Thou art blessed. Become an ever greater blessing unto all of those who enter your aura. Namaste. Namaskar. Namaste. I thank you for the blessings of your presence, for your meditative energies, for the work that you have placed into doing this. I'm here as you need. You are a blessing. Know that. Remember that. Remember your goodness. Remember that whatever it is that you are seeking will come into your life. It will. It will. It will. You can even be happy. You can even be happy. I promise you. I promise you can be happy. I didn't believe it. 40 years ago, I didn't believe it when Kriyananda said it. I thought, well, that's a fine thing for you to say. But I promise you. One day I woke up and I thought, oh my gosh, he was right. You can be happy. You can be happy too. Namaste, Ji. Thank you for the blessings of your presence. Shanti, it is so good to see your faces. So very, very good. Such a blessing.